I feel good. Considering I feel pretty good, excited for our team start the journey. I feel um, awesome, to be honest. I had some mild symptoms. For the most part, the most concerning was my breathing. Um, I had to like really focus to get my breathing kind of back to normal. That was my most concerning thing for me. But the more I focused on it, the better I was able to to gain more efficiency in it. But for the most part, mild symptoms, nothing too concerning. Yeah, and everybody's body is different. So hopefully it doesn't take me as long as it took Jason. But talking to him, it definitely he had to use an inhaler. They have one available for me if I need one. Uh, Hopefully I won't have to use it, but um, we'll see. I feel pretty good, for the most part. Just coming off of just being in quarantine and ramping the intensity level. It's obviously concerns, risk of injury and things like that. Some of the coaches and stuff are concerned it might be too soon, just because of this is the NBA, et cetera. But we'll see how I feel tonight later on. I mean, we'll see how I feel a little bit later on. But for now, I think it's going to still be questionable until it's a game time decision. Uh, What's it? It's a little bit of both. I think it's a combination of working with the team and then them also trusting me what I tell them about my body. For sure, there's concerns from both ends. Just that it's a high level of intensity. New York is a physical team, et cetera. Coming in, I've only had 24 hours really to prepare. But I told them we'll see. I've been playing basketball for 6 years now. Um, I know this game in and out. I know how to pick and choose my spots, so they trust me. But I told them, we'll see, do some more tests maybe later, um, and we'll make a game time decision. Yeah, I mean, it was a surprise to all of us. I think Kemba's a great teammate, for sure. Kemba was a great guy, great person. Obviously, what the front office does is what the front office does. But it was such a joy having Kimba around. For me, it was one of the people that I drew inspiration from, um, things that I learned from. But when Kimba was here, added to my game, he was always somebody who, despite circumstances, despite however I felt, he was always somebody that was like, just be patient, your time is coming, etc. He was always that person in my ear giving me um, motivation. He was always that person that was, trying to put a smile on my face or everybody, like telling me like it's not that serious. He always used to make jokes because I can get pretty intense. But Kimba was a great guy and a great friend for me, like an older brother. So definitely miss him, miss his energy around. I think it was a surprise for everybody, but crazier things have happened in this league. So it was a surprise to every. Sometimes it's a surprise to none. So I wish Kimba the best on his journey. I know he still has a lot in the tank, and I'm excited for him in in his hometown. And I do nothing but wish a guy like that the best. Kimba's, of course, his pick and roll, you know, wizardry. Like he's one of the masters in the pick and roll, how to manipulate the big. You know what I mean? How to create offense in that era. And I think I've made jumps. Being a ball handler in the pick and roll. Being able to talk to him, study him, watch him, etc. Ime is mad approachable. Of course, I know he's new, so he wants to make sure that he's covering all his T's and things like that. But I love how he's approaching, everybody. It's like, it's not a tier. I feel like he's, at the same time, he's our coach, but he's one of us as well, so I feel like I think we should have a great season. We're looking to come out and play through our mistakes. We're still figuring things out. I'm coming back from COVID, missing 10 days of practice, trying to catch me up. I hate stuff like that, but I'm looking forward to coming out and buying into the system and trying to win some games. I think it. I think that's um, subjective. I think it did work. I think injuries had a lot to do with it. I think we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Kemba, a couple games away from going to the finals, a couple plays away from going to the finals. So, I mean, that's um, obviously not the end result that we're looking for. We're obviously looking to get to the finals and play more, but Kemba in his first season, and we went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Um, that's correct, right? So that's subjective. I think it did work. I think we did mesh, and I think we didn't necessarily achieve what we wanted to, but I don't think that's on him. I don't think that was because of him. I really don't. So I think that question is subjective. It's just a spirit, you know. That's nothing. Just that's speaking straight to who Kimba is and the amount of fight he has inside of him. Just being around him for the last two or three seasons or so on. Kimba's just somebody who you can't break their spirit, no matter what situations. Unfortunate, I know it probably hurt him, or but people like Kimba gonna be okay. Me, you want to know how I spent it? For the most part, I think I did a lot of meditating, focusing on my breathing. I think doing a couple sessions a day, trying to get like the restriction out of my chest and my nose. That was the most concerning thing for me, is about the breathing aspect. No, I think we take for granted how important breathing is, and out of all the symptoms that we get, I think breathing is like the one that scares me the most with COVID. So I wanted to make sure that my breathing wasn't altered, because if my breathing is altered, my life is altered. So that's what I spent a lot of time focusing and worrying on. It depends. Um, it depends on the day. Some could be hours, some could be 30 minutes or less. Um, it just depends on what my schedule is for that day, things I have to do, and basically that. Um, a lot. Um, to be honest, I was thinking like, man, I feel as best as I've probably felt in a long time. Getting ready to go into the season, I felt amazing, and I'm still gonna feel amazing. But I was like, real convenient timing is what I thought. Like, I didn't believe it at first. I was very skeptical, but that's what was going through my mind. Like, feeling the best I possibly have ever felt in a long time, ready to start the season, and then boom. So you can imagine how I probably was feeling. Um, how we handle adversity, I'm looking forward to those moments, because obviously Celtics fans and writers and media wants us to come out and just dominate and be the best team of all time. But we still got some things we got to work on and work through, and I'm excited to navigate those lands. You know what I mean? To be a voice in guys' ears, because I've seen it, I've been through it. Um, to continue to persevere, to be positive, and it's a long season, man. We just got to play the games, regardless of what the hype is or on paper or what people are talking about. But just focus on coming in every day, doing your job, setting our instincts on defense, and letting everything's kind of fall from there.
That challenge to
Absolutely. Um, absolutely. Puts a smile on my face. I've never been somebody to back down from a challenge in my entire life. My mama tell you, and Jason carries that same energy. So we might not boast it or yell it, screaming from the mountaintops, but we absolutely appreciate and are grateful to be in that position and are excited to navigate, you know, like you said, being in this position, taking it head on. Thank you.